Check Your Health is sponsored by Intermountain Health and the Utah Department of Health and Human Services.
Okay, time to check your health. Carly Alva is a registered dietitian nutritionist with Intermountain Health, and today we're talking about how cutting back on processed foods and adding fresh stuff can not only benefit you but the environment.
Right, yeah. So every year March is National Nutrition Month, and the theme this year is Fueling for the Future, and that includes a big focus on sustainable eating patterns.
Okay, so what are the processed foods that are most dangerous?
Yeah, so especially when we're looking at processed foods that have a lot of sodium and just a lot of food additives, generally higher in saturated fats, therefore not being as good for our bodies, as sustainable for our bodies, but oftentimes the act of processing food can be less sustainable for the environment as well.
Okay, because they're using chemicals and cans and metals and factories.
Sure, and then the transportation costs to get them from where they are. So eating locally, shopping locally and fresh foods can be a good way to, practice more sustainable eating.
Well, and making your own stuff is also cheaper.
Right, it's more affordable as well. Like having your own herb garden is a great way to go about being more sustainable and saving a little bit of money. And then having, buying foods maybe in larger amounts with less packaging, as long as it doesn't go to waste. So we want to minimize food waste to be more sustainable as well.
Okay, so what should we be adding to our diet?
Yeah, trying to add more fresh food. You can't go wrong with plant foods, fruits and vegetables, maybe doing a meatless Monday here and there to try to incorporate more of not only the nutrients that you need, but being more protective for the environment as well.
Okay, and we talk about processed foods. That's the stuff that will live on your shelf.
Right, if it's shelf
in the pantry
stable,
forever.
I say if it's in a box, if it's in a can, or in any type of package, it's probably going to be not as good for your overall health as fresh foods are.
So or frozen.
Yeah, frozen can be a good alternative, especially it can be a a better cost saver for a lot of people too. It's especially better if you can choose locally fresh foods instead of frozen or processed.
That's right. Okay, Carly, some good advice and more advice. If you want to check it out, go to KUTV.com and click on Check Your Health. They'll help you with everything. Lindsay, we're looking forward to spring.